Morning, this is Julie Brickley with Signed and Sealed Notaries in Colorado with another tip for all you notaries out there and for anybody who's going through a foreign adoption. I'm at the Monument Police Station this morning notarizing a records check for on a couple that is in the process of doing a foreign adoption from India. Now, during that process, a lot of documents get notarized, and they've used me before. One of those is a records check from the local police department. Now, fortunately, they did call me, but unfortunately, it's the second time that they've had to have this document notarized. They did try doing the least expensive route, which is, understandable, but when they first had the records check done, they used the notary at the police department because it was, free. Unfortunately, that notary did two things wrong and it got rejected. The first thing that was wrong with the document is that the document doesn't normally come with standard notary wording on it or any notary wording on it. Therefore, there wasn't an acknowledgement or a jurat for the notary to fill out. She simply signed her signature and applied her seal. That was the first thing it got rejected on, was there was no notary wording, so it wasn't a compliant notarization. But the other thing that she did wrong, and I have corrected 3 of these this summer for different customers, is that the notary did not use their official signature as registered with the Secretary of State. A lot of people don't realize how important that is, that you keep your signature consistent when notarizing documents. At least in the state of Colorado, and I'm sure in many other states, you want to check that to make sure. The process here is that a document is received at the Secretary of State's office. They look at the notarization. First, they look to see if it was done compliant. Is it stamped? Does it have notary wording? Is it compliant with state laws? The second thing they do is that they go into the computer database. They look up the notary, make sure that the notary is in good standing, is still commissioned, all those other things, and then they validate the signature that was on the application. When you fill that application out, it is your official signature, and it's very, very, very important that you stick to it. You can't change it up. You can't shorten it. Trust me, if I would have known when I became a notary what I was going to be doing today, I would have a much shorter and simpler signature, but I don't. But you can't change it up. You have to use the same one over and over again. Otherwise, there's really no way for them to validate that it was the same person, that we didn't just make up a stamp and put it on there and fraudulently notarize, the document. If you think about it, even as a notary, for those of you, how many of you check the signature that's on the document against the signature that's on the ID being presented to you? It's one of those things, and if it isn't anywhere remotely close, we can't really validate it. Same process at the Secretary of State's office. So if you're getting a notarization and it needs to be apostilled, you want to make sure that you use a notary that knows what they're doing. But for those of you who are notaries, make sure that you always have compliant wording, that it's filled out properly with your state, and always, always, always use your official signature. So I'm off. I got to run. I have another assignment right back behind this one, but you all have a great notary day. Thanks. Bye.